Time travel is still a theoretical concept in physics, and that's the reason why we have so many paradoxes. We already discussed the grandfather paradox and the bootstrap paradox in previous videos. Now it's time to discuss one of the most loved paradoxes of all time in Hollywood, the predestination paradox, in today's video of Discover Zen. Predestination paradox refers to a phenomenon in which a person traveling back in time becomes part of past events, and may have even caused the initial event that caused that person to travel back in time in the first place. In this paradox of time travel, history is presented as being unalterable and predestined, with any attempts to change that past event merely resulting in that event being fulfilled. Some people get confused between the bootstrap and predestination paradox, so let's see the differences between the two. The predestination paradox involves events. For example, a ball goes back in time and hits its past self, and knocks it back in time to hit its past self over and over again. These also have a clear beginning and sometimes end. The bootstrap paradox is defined by an item simply existing from nowhere and traveling through time indefinitely with no clear beginning and no ending to its creation. In the bootstrap paradox, sometimes you can alter the history if you want, but that's not allowed in the predestination paradox. Now, let's look at an example involving the predestination paradox. Since history is pre-written, anything interacting with past events will only be able to act in a consistent way that enables the established past events to be preserved. For instance, say you built a time machine to stop a loved one from dying in a car accident a year ago. After traveling to the past, you were driving your way to the scene of the crime, but instead of preventing the accident, you accidentally run over your loved one and cause it to happen. You then flee the scene of the crime and return to your present and continue living your life in a linear way. But yourself in the past, upon learning of his loved one's accident, sets out about building a time machine to once again travel back in time and cause the accident. In this predestination paradox example, your action in creating a time machine caused the accident to happen, and any time travel attempts to change the past events will invariably still result in the accident occurring and history being preserved. You then go on and live your life in a linear time knowing that history is pre-written and that you cannot change an event in the past which has already taken place. So, what are the solutions to this paradox? According to a solution called the timeline protection hypothesis, any attempts to change the timeline would result in a probability distortion being created to protect the timeline. Furthermore, a highly improbable event may occur in order to prevent a paradoxical, impossible event from taking place. The force which subsequently interferes with any attempts to alter past events may involve physical laws, fate, or even an improbable event. Another solution could be the Novikov's self-consistency principle, which asserts that a time traveler is constrained to only creating a consistent version of history. In other words, there must be zero probability of creating a time paradox. Now, even if we can find a solution to all the possible time travel paradoxes, we can't be sure to test it as we are not expecting any time travel machines in the near future. But no one is stopping us to imagine more about these time travel paradoxes on a different video of Discover Zen.